to the most consistent podcast on the internet. Not really, but kinda. I am, as always, your host, the Cartooner. Though, before we get any farther, I want to say that's a name I want to abandon at some point. Sort of. I don't know. I think it works for usernames on, like, things and stuff, but as far as being a podcast host or whatever, I don't know. I think it's gotta go. Anyway, you might be thinking to yourself, well, hold on just a diddly darn second. Is no one else with you? No, because I've apparently picked some of the worst people to do a podcast with, because it's like, when we're together, it works, it's great, we get a lot of gaffes and goofs, but getting these people together is the fucking worst. So, like, this week, we had one valid excuse. Black Ops had to work. Like, alright, that's fair. Maya was able to show up, but then, out of fucking nowhere, Chris is like, nope, not doing it. I'm just gonna go fucking stick my dick in a tree or whatever. I don't know what he's doing. He might actually been doing something important. I don't know. I'm just gonna assume it wasn't important, so I can shit all over him. Because I'm gonna shit all over him because if someone's listening to this and hasn't listened to Crusty Pickled Grandmas, then like the relationships and like the I don't know, like the the tendrils between all of us here at GoBicker, they might not be as clear, but like. So we started Crusty Pickled Grandmas in like July or something, and for a little while we were able to pretty consistently do things, but then big boy Chris went and got himself a job, and since then we cannot seem to get him on the podcast. And when there's only a couple of us and only a few of us who are able to like keep a conversation. Wow, I'm just shitting all over everybody. Listen, there's a certain dynamic that I like, and unfortunately involves Chris, and then he's not here ever. So he ruins everything. And by the way, completely unrelated, last Saturday, I got a new chair. Like, I'd been sitting in a shitty folding chair for a long time. I got a new chair, and it was very nice. Briefly, turns out, if you get a chair with too much cushion, at least in my case, it fucks your back. So my back is now terribly uncomfortable, and it's there's a lot of pain there. Luckily today then we went and swapped it out. Now I've got a nicer chair, a bit more firm, a bit more lumbar support, so that's not really an issue anymore. I just want to complain about that. There is like an episode today. I did actually have something recorded that night, the night when we normally record the podcasts. With the night everyone fucked off. For one reason or another. I felt like Nick Fury assembling the shitty Avengers. I was contacting different friends of mine, and most of my friends, I only asked like 2 people, but 50% declined, 50% accepted, and so there is like a show to be had. It's a different episode because, well, I mean, this guy, he doesn't do content creation or anything. We play games together, and so I mean, because we mainly play games together, the main thing we talked about was games, and actually the majority of the time spent the time talking about Hitman. Just knowing these assholes though, things like this could be really common, but I don't know, maybe next time I'll just record a whole solo episode. I'll just rant and rave for an hour. I'll sound like, I don't know, a fucking crazy person or something. I don't know. But like, people make careers out of this, right? I mean, like radio hosts and stuff. I mean, there's like talk radio. That's the thing. They just, I mean, and those fuckers, they'll do that shit. They'll talk for like 3 or 4 hours a day. Is it that long? It might only be like 1 or 2 or 3 maybe. I don't know. They'll talk for an extended period of time every day. 5 days a week, but for like 30 years. Like, how do you have that much to say? Jesus. Anyway, so I don't know, maybe I'll do that in the future, but for this week we do have we have something. I have something. It's me. It's all me all the time. Enough from this me. Let's just jump right into it.
Jesus, I just unlocked a machete.
Yeah,
For the life of me, I don't know what I'd use that there.
Yeah, no, I've unlocked all sorts of shit. Because like the more you perfect missions in Hitman, you unlock more shit. And like different suits is one thing where it's like you can go in as a clown or whatever. But yeah, then you'll unlock like big machine guns and like, well, not really big machine guns, but just bigger guns that you probably wouldn't use, and yeah, a big fucking sword that you probably won't ever use. use. And
Yeah, there are a couple missions. I've done one where you have to kill a guy with a saber. That one's
well, yeah. Well, yeah.
that one's oof.
Unless it's like, yeah, a special case where, yeah, you have to kill somebody with the saber or whatever, or, you know, you have to shoot him with the assault rifle or whatever. But, like, if you're just trying to go through and get, like, silent assassin on a mission or something, or you're really just trying to do it as stealthily as possible, you're never gonna use a fucking machete. Or,
No, you're not.
like, though generally I do end up bringing this, like, baton thing, just because why not? But I never use it.
Have you unlocked one of like the silent sniper rifles?
Yeah, I might have a couple. I don't remember.
Yeah,
It's been a minute.
I got one from the Shievo calibration, and I used it to do the Italy mission where you've got to snipe them both.
Yeah.
I did it, and it was great.
Have you used the explosive golf ball yet?
Yeah, I know.
Oh
that
my
was,
god, it's great.
Well, it scared the shit out of me. Just out of curiosity to see how explosive it was. Once I found it in ICA, a safe house, I just chucked it against the wall just to see what happened. Immediately exploded.
Yeah.
Scared the shit out of me.
I'm pretty sure I did the same thing. And then one time I went up on the roof one place and I went into the lady's office and I had the explosive golf ball and I saw her sitting there, so I just like, you know, not like you don't whip it at her or anything, you just kind of toss it near her and it just boom, makes her whole office is gone. Everyone in there's dead. She's dead. Like, all right, well that fucking worked. Holy shit.
Have you killed Caruso with the cannon yet?
I believe so. Yeah, I don't
It's
remember.
great.
Yeah,
I need to kill her with the cannon. I'm probably actually about to do that.
Yeah, you know, I think that's what I did. I think I was able to kill Caruso with the cannon, but I wasn't able to kill her with it because I just don't know where it all lines up exactly.
What you do is you go talk to some detective, and she's like, "Oh, meet me out on the pier." And as soon as she gets to the pier, you're supposed to wait on the pier, but you can just like book it out of there. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, that's another thing I haven't done on that mission. Like I think I've perfected Paris, if I remember right, but. And then so the next thing I want to work on is Sapienza. But I know like the first few times I've played that, well, first few times, more like, you know, the first 25 times I've played this now, I haven't been able to get the reporter without getting compromised too. So I don't know what you're supposed to do. I guess you could like throw a bunch of coins and try to like create a breadcrumb trail to wherever, but.
Oh, the reporter? Oh, I did some bullshit. I figured out that you can run into them, piss them off, and they'll follow you. And I just made him follow me to like an abandoned alley. And then he ended up like basically being he ended up witnessing a quote unquote crime, which is just me opening a door, and he kind of lost his shit, and so I just killed him.
Yeah.
I mean,
the first 50 hours or whatever, when I was more fucking around than anything, got so many people died. Yeah,
I don't kill more than 2 people per time, and that 2 is rare.
I feel like what I would always mess up, and a guard would get killed, and then another guard would see that, and then all of a sudden they'd alert all the other guards, and all of a sudden, you know, the entire map's worth of security is coming at you. You're like, ah, shit. So you corner yourself in a room and you just, hide behind a washing machine or something, and then they'll just come filing into the one door and you just kill them one by one. And they're like, careful, he's getting headshots.
Yeah, seriously. I think this time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna suffocate Caruso as the doctor, and then I'm gonna kill her with the cannon.
Oh god, there's so many ridiculous things.
Did you ever figure out how to do the laptop shutdown where you don't even have to go into the room?
Yeah. Have you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I ended up looking it up to figure out where it was.
Yeah, I think I was watching another video unrelated, or it was I don't know, somebody doing some weird speed run or something. Yeah, and he went. Yeah, you lay in the morgue, and the lady walks in. She's like, "Oh, what have I done? Oh, golly me!" And you get up and you choke her out.
Yeah, which is I just read, it's like, oh, you find this scientist at confession. I'm like, as soon as I read that, I was like, okay, I got this.
Yeah, apparently you can also shoot the virus as well. Like if you when you're first going down, there's that kind of upper area where there's a guard standing around and there's like crates and shit. You know? Yeah. And then you basically you use like the instinct and you kind of locate it where it is and you just shoot it.
I feel like people would flip their shit about that there.
Well, yeah, they do, but if you get out there without being seen, they won't know you did it, so you can get away with it.
Actually, there's a thing where you can kill the her with like gas chambers. So what I might do is I might just shut it down and then wait for her to come down there and kill her with that.
That's an idea. Yeah.
Yeah, because I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah, I didn't really she ever went down there. But
yeah, well, I think if you kill the virus first, she'll go down there. Because I think I remember her doing that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, because I think I remember her doing that when I did the sniper thing. Because that's what I ended up doing first.
Mm-hmm. Have you done the golf instructor at all?
Yeah. I've done that. That's
He's
probably the one I've done most.
trying to do him and get Silent Assassin is a fucking pain in the ass.
Really?
Yeah, I
I
think
never
so.
had that much of an issue.
Well, because
I
like,
would
I have
just-
to get that one guard away when he goes and calls the lady on the phone by the cliff.
Yeah.
So I don't alert him, and then like you also kind of have to pay attention because there's another guard that kind of walks around that there's that lower path and he kind of meanders. So you gotta make sure you clean up bodies before anyone sees anything. So I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I always end up having to use a lot of coins to move people where I want them.
Well, see, usually what I'll do is I'll throw a coin. It'll make the sound. I'll go over there, pick it up, and then come back to where I was.
Right.
So it'll just confuse the shit out of it, and I'll just string it along. I mean,
Yeah.
I've gotten it down to a rhythm with that guy.
Yeah, no, I can do it pretty consistently, but I feel like it's just kind of a lot of going, throwing a coin, picking it up, making sure everyone's in the right place at the right time, and yeah, I mean that's kind of part of the game though, trying to wait for things to happen and move and do whatever you need them
Yeah,
to do.
that's the biggest pain in the ass is waiting for everything.
I think have you played the Japanese map at all?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I haven't gotten to the last two.
Okay, it gets on these the first couple of maps. Basically, if you want to go somewhere you're not supposed to, you just pick the lock and go through, and it's whatever. But on on Hokkaido, the locks are based off of what you're wearing, and you
Oh,
can't just
really?
hack it. So you have to make sure you're dressed in the right thing, or you start in the right area, type of deal. So I've heard not a lot of people, but a few people don't like that one. They don't like the last couple of them, but I think especially the Japanese one is great
Well,
because it
the,
adds that extra twist at the end. But
the hotel really kind of pissed me off.
yeah, I don't like that one.
Because there's too many. I don't know how to get a fucking key card, and like everything's locked with a key card.
Yeah. I know we're a master. Yeah, no, there's a master key card down in the basement in the laundromat area.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I'll have to grab
You have to be able to blend in there. Or well, no, that's not totally true because
Well, see, actually, it
like-
fucking pissed me off because the first time I played it, it took forever. I think I had to restart because I couldn't find an outfit or somebody secluded to where I could steal their outfit in order
Mhm.
to walk around freely. And so when I restarted, I didn't realize that you could just go to the left and just go through the basement like that.
yeah. Yeah,
And I was
you
like,
gotta
"God damn
explore.
it."
Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few places you can grab shit. Like you know you can go to your room and call people in, and then you can grab
Well, yeah, that's
knock
what I
one of
did.
them
I
out.
started out the second time. Yeah, I had to knock both of them out though.
Well, yeah, sure, but
Which you'd think they'd have a key card because they keyed into your room.
yeah,
but
you
they
would.
didn't.
Yeah,
That's what pissed me off.
Yeah, and then I think there's other key cards for the other rooms when you're upstairs as well, if I remember right. Yeah, because there's one room where you can go in and steal the Bronson microphone and then bring that upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Also, there's access on the roof, but I feel like more often than not you can get spotted up there. So I don't know what the point is.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't messed around with that one. I've been primarily playing Sapienza since that's what I started out on.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean it's a great map. I think
I
they're
like
all great.
Sapienza. Yeah.
I have ones that I like less than others, but I think the whole game is great.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. Like, but the very first thing that I thought when I was playing it was, why can't you do this in Payday?
Oh my god, yeah. It's hard to go from a game that has similar features but like improved upon and then going back and playing a game like Payday where it's like things are a bit different, you know.
Well, because I mean it's just like, god damn it. I mean it's not that hard. I mean,
Yeah, well, in
even if
Payday
you just swap outfits. I mean, because if you could swap outfits, then you'd have two people and we could do the big bank heist, just me and you, like,
yeah,
no
right.
problem.
Or I mean like in Payday if you could take off your mask, put your
Yeah,
gun
I mean,
away.
something
Like
simple as that.
come on. All right, like that could even be in Payday. It could be like a high level perk, you know.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
could-
yeah, if it was a high level perk, or if it's something that you could do like maybe one or two times the entire time, but you could do it.
Yeah, or like when you're like putting bags and stuff in or something. If that's another thing you could upgrade.
Yeah, if they had limitations,
Yeah.
like, or even if or if it's like, oh, you can't move bags or have a bag while you're in. Well, I mean, you can't do that in masking mode already. So I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
if they just added that, it'd be so much better.
Right, yeah. Because it's just like a lot of the time, it's like you haven't been seen by anybody, nobody's dead, but you needed to unlock this door, therefore you put your mask on and now you're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to travel a couple different places, and it's like you can't
Yeah.
even do that.
It's like, and you already look suspicious in casing mode anyway.
Yeah.
You know, you've got
Yeah,
like
you really do.
body armor and a bulging pistol sitting on your pocket, or a giant rifle or something. You know,
I'm just happy to see you.
it's weird when it's Bonnie though. Yeah. Oh God.
I'm just happy to see you.
God, I'm just happy to see you.
Okay, I could have sworn there was. That's what I thought.
Hmm?
There's like this little graded entrance near the front at the fountain. That's what I thought. I just
Oh.
found it again. Yeah.
Yeah. You can get in through the garage, or you can get in through like the other side of the basement, pretty much.
Yeah.
Kinda near like where the chef is. Or just call through the fountain. And depending on how I do that mission, I either don't bring coins with, because I'll just go through the fountain and pick up coins. But
That's true. I always bring coins. I mean,
yeah.
I don't ever bring the garrote because
No,
I don't think I've used it at all.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I'll bring if I know I want to go out of my way to use them, and the garrote is one of them. But yeah, more often than not, I think it's more important to have the lockpick and coins.
Oh yeah.
Because otherwise,
Well, I actually always also since I've unlocked lethal poison, I always bring that with me too.
yeah. Okay.
Have you unlocked the lethal poison? Or
Oh
no?
yeah. I just don't really ever use it. I find the rat poison to be better because it's everywhere.
I use the rat
and...
poison too, but I just get pissed off and I get tired of trying to have to go find it. So
there's like some crazy Hitman players who just have like memorized every inch of every map, and so then they just know where things are, and they can do all sorts of weird like different runs doing different things. And like I've seen one guy, he was doing the Bangkok hotel one where he wanted to kill both targets with a sword or something. Suit only, I believe. I don't know that for sure. But he did this weird thing where he set up a couple C4 on the ground outside, so like on the very bottom, right, and then like placed a sword just right on it, and then went up to the third floor, and then he set it, in the between that, he set up some sort of something where the lawyer and Jordan Cross ended up in the same room, and then I guess there's something where Jordan Cross pushes the lawyer out the window, and then he blew up the C4, the sword flew up to the window, he grabbed it, and killed Jordan. It's like, what the fuck?
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was like, wait, how can you, what? It was just like whoop. It's like it was like a fucking magnet. It just flew right up to his hands. It was like,
that's impressive.
Yeah, it was extremely impressive. Or like actually watching his video was how I figured out how to do some different ways in Paris of how to kill people. Like when you first start, if you have like the attic starting location unlocked, you can go straight down, and then you you don't need to start there. You can actually start from the main entrance, but I like to do it from the attic. And then when Novikov is coming down the stairs, you throw a coin near the stairs. The guard will go down and check it out. Then you shoot the chandelier drops, and because it's an accident kill, you don't get any sort of points taken off for it.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh,
yeah.
So you can. Oh.
Yeah, accidents don't count, so.
I didn't realize
they count towards killing, but they don't count against. They won't take off anything else. It's like bodies found or anything.
They're not penalties.
Yeah.
Oh wait. So do you still get penalized for killing them or no?
No. Well, I mean, no. Yeah, no penalties. No, you can get
just
silent
for killing
assassin.
Some random fuck.
No, you don't kill random fuck. You only kill Novikov.
Oh, you kill. Kill the guy.
That's what the coin's for. You get the guard out of the way, so you don't get any extra kills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a. When I saw that the first time, my mind was fucking blown. And then he did this weird. So yeah, in the video he was doing a speed run. So what he ran in, did the coin thing, and then killed Novikov by like running around to like one of like the back museum type rooms or whatever. And then he ran out back near the helicopter, and then basically shot the window where, what's her name, Patricia or something. Whatever the other target's name is. He just kind of looked at the window near there, shot, and then a chandelier killed her. It's like, what the fuck? Because he just knows the map, I guess, and he knows how long people take to walk different places. So he's like, all right, 1, 2, 3, boop, killed her. Oh my god. And then he left in the helicopter.
Yeah, the helicopter is not very well guarded at all.
No.
Because like the first time I did it, I was doing it kind of shittily and sloppily, and I was able to fucking get it like really quickly.
Yeah, and then like, have you done the speedboat exit as well?
No, I've only done Paris, I think, once or twice.
Well, there's so much shit you can do in Paris, and so there's like, it's kind of annoying depending how you're playing to get the speedboat key. But there's one guard down near the speedboat, and yet I find it way harder to escape via the speedboat than I do the helicopter.
I tried to get, because you need keys for the speedboat.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. How the fuck are you supposed to get that?
Well, it's in a room on the second floor. I don't remember where exactly. I could get to it if I was playing, but I can't really. It's just like one of like the side room. I don't know which one exactly.
Yeesh. just gotta find it.
Yeah, it's always in the same place, but like the one guard by the speedboat, his like path is always. It seems like you're always inside of him. I mean, like all you gotta do is throw a coin and he'll get distracted and you get away. But I find you have to take a couple extra steps to get to the speedboat than you do to this helicopter in the middle of a field.
Somebody brought their senile in or something. Who's leaving stuff like this? I'm fucking shit up in the laboratory, and that's what one of them just screamed. Honestly, like doing the increased temperature is like super easy because it just like you just fucking do it and leave.
Yeah. You kind of there's a lot of things you just kind of discover the first time around, but it's like as you kind of explore and fuck around, you end up finding a lot more things.
Yeah.
And also just watching insane people on YouTube, that also works. Have you done any of the escalation missions at all?
Yeah, I've done a few. That's how I got that sniper rifle.
Oh right, okay. I think that was the main thing I was doing last time I was playing for a while. I was just trying to basically 100% Paris, and so I had to do. There's quite a number of escalation missions in Paris, and so because you have to do each one like 5 times, and there's got to be I don't know like 10 or so, maybe 10 or 12 escalation missions. And then have you done any of the? Have you done the Christmas? Well, I probably not, but like there's a Christmas version of Paris where you have to go kill what are they? Are they the wet bandits or the sticky bandits? I don't remember. I never remember, but the bandits from Home Alone.
From Home Alone, yeah, it's the sticky bandits.
I don't know why I always call them the wet bandits, and I feel like that's something else.
Dump three bodies in an acid container while disguised. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. I was just looking through the challenges.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll gladly do that. Yeah, shit.
That's not hard. Well, and I'm in a hazmat suit right now, so.
Well, as long as I'm here, I guess I just have to dump some bodies away.
I've got some time to kill till she comes down here.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time that ends up being the most annoying thing is waiting for things are gonna happen, but it just takes a while for them to to start happening. It's not like there's no difficulty to it really, but it's just like, all right, yep, she's walking into that room, and then that room. All right, she's finally going down the first flight of stairs, first of 3 or 4 or whatever. Really no pep to her step though. So like when killing the lady with the dressed as the golf coach and trying to seduce her or whatever, you just sit in the fucking chair waiting for her for so fucking long.
Oh, see, the last time that I did that, what I ended up doing was I poisoned her drink with the lethal, and I was getting the cannon ready, so I just poisoned her drink with it. Went over to the cannon, got everything loaded, waited for her to die, and then killed Crusoe. Like,
like one after the other.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, what was actually really funny too is when I did the sniper portion. I shot her through the window at the tower next to like the garage, and I realized that was a crappy sniper point for trying to get him, so I had to go all the way over. I tried the bell tower, but I realized that wasn't gonna be a good one, and then I went over to the ruins back behind the mansion. By that time, they were on lockdown, so he went down to the underground, and everybody was like flipping out. And so like right as they got done with lockdown, he was coming up the stairs from the tunnel. I fucking zoomed in on him, shot him as he was walking up the steps up to the tunnel. Hadn't even reached the doorway yet, and and I just left. It was just so fucked.
Wipe your hands off and walk away.
Done.
Have you ever had killed any of the people secretly and then had their guards walking around asking for them?
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
Caruso, where'd you go? Where'd you go,
like
buddy?
Calling him like, come on,
puppy,
come on,
come here.
Where you at?
Oh, here he is! Hey!
Like he's dead.
Oh, well, shit, that sucks.
I need to do the one where he's like, I need to kill him with the planetarium thing. The
Oh,
mobile.
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet either. I haven't done much on Sapienza. I feel like that one more than anyone. I fuck around most of the time.
Yeah, well, it's like this one, Sapienza is just like a good location to fuck around in.
Yeah,
honestly.
there's just it's so big, so there's so many places to go walk around and just shank people in the butt and dump them on other people.
It's a fun map too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I told you about this before, where there was one time I was doing one of the bonus missions and I needed to get into this lady's apartment, and so I rang her doorbell just because I was trying to see what would happen if I did that. And she opens the door, she looks around, even though I'm standing right directly in front of her, she acts like she can't see me, or I don't know, maybe the game really can't see me standing there. I don't know. So, all right, and I would expect her then to close the door, but then she just fucking gets down and starts doing push-ups. It's like, what are you doing, lady? And then she she does a set of like 10 or 12 or whatever, and then she gets up, closes the door, and does whatever she's doing.
Well, yeah, actually, I did that earlier. One of the opportunities to get basically inside the mansion at Happy Ends is basically you go into the person's apartment and steal their outfit.
Right.
So what I did, I didn't have a lockpick, so I just ended up ringing the doorbell, and he came up and came out, just fucking saw me, closed the door. The door was no longer locked. I walked in, got the outfit, and left.
I've never done it that way. I normally just crawl up the balcony, but that's a good way to do it.
That was like the first time I'd ever done it, and I totally forgot to get a lockpick set, and I was like, fuck it, and I just did it. It worked. I was like, okay. It's like, that was incredibly dumb, but it works, so I'm not gonna complain.
It's weird to have the option to ring a doorbell, and I'm pretty sure it's the only map you can do that, and then not have any sort of like custom anything for it, where no one hears you ring the doorbell and they're like, oh, hello, can I help you? And then 847's like, no, and they're like, all right, see you later. It's just like they're like, huh, who's there? Oh,
well, I mean,
guess
he
it
looked directly
must
at
have
me,
been the
and it was
wind.
just like, yeah, I mean, I was like, okay.
Yeah, they might actually, it might as well be a fucking like Skyrim NPC. Huh? Oh, must have been the wind. The worst NPCs in gaming. That's probably not true, but they're up there.
They're not that bad.
They're
pretty bad, but they're not that bad.
I don't know.
I do like how you can just come up behind somebody and just fucking take them.
You're mine.
Like, I've gotten 3 guards. I've just lured them back behind the containment chamber with coins, and I just have like a pile of 3 of them right now.
You end up in some places, if you kind of run out of storage, you end up with a big fucking pile of bodies.
Well, see, I'm trying to clear them to where I can get to an acid bath thing, because like there's one to one of the sides, so I'm just kind of waiting for them to clear out so I can move them all over there.
Right. That lower area I've always found to be a real pain in the ass.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of people who spot you. Like even if you're dressed as a security guard or like a lab assistant, there's a lot of fucking people who know who you are or don't know you, so get suspicious.
I found out actually that if you're in a hazmat, they'll leave you alone.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That makes sense. I was as I was saying that just now, I was thinking, I wonder if the hazmat works. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, because they really can't see your face or anything, so.
Well, yeah. I mean, because like there's like 2 people downstairs that'll catch you if you hazmat, and they're like really far apart. So, oh, she's down here. Oh shit. Okay, I need to get my ass in gear.
Yeah, that's the thing that happens. You sit around, you putz around for a long time, and then all of a sudden, the thing you've been waiting for happens, and you miss it.
Well, she's going in, so I've got time.
You got time.
Not a lot of time, but
I've had it happen before where sometimes I'll even I'll start fucking fiddling with something on my desk or something, and then all of a sudden I'll look up and everything's happened already. I'm like, well, shit. It's not like there's some audio prompt. They're like, hey, hello, I'm coming in now to all on my own. Don't mind me. Actually, there are some people who do things like that. There are some maps where the NPCs are like, man, sure is empty in here. And then all of a sudden, you pop out, kill them or whatever. Well,
yeah, there we go. I just got her because like there's like the lead scientist was just fucking around over to the right side of the control panel for the ventilation, and so I just popped over there. She was inside, hit the button, and left. And it's like, congratulations, you've killed her.
Like, yay! Oh, wait, yeah. So on Marrakesh, the like Middle Eastern.
Yeah, I actually like Marrakesh because you can do like all kinds of parkour shit. It's fun.
Parkour. Well, yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, there's like a lot of stuff that you can do.
There's a few buildings you can climb up. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people who don't like that one because they feel like it's kind of too like the targets are too separated. But or it's like there's like I heard one complaint that I thought was interesting that it's like there's this giant protest outside of the embassy. Yeah. But there's no way to like trigger a riot or anything, which I guess does kind of make sense.
Well, but that's like the whole point of it is you're trying to prevent the riot. So I mean,
I guess, but it would be kind of interesting. It's like as a way to create a distraction to go kill the target, you start like a fight outside or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's one bit in that, I don't know if you've seen it, where there's a guard who's like, oh man, I forgot to put away my all-access key card. I'm gonna go into the tunnel to bring it back. And the other guy's like, okay, sounds good. Have fun in the tunnel to bring back your all-access key card.
You see, I actually haven't done the main mission for Marrakesh a lot. I've done it, I think I might have done it twice.
Really?
But that's the primary one where I've done escalation.
Okay.
So I tried to do one of the elusive contracts, sort of the elusive contract is right now. now, and I have no fucking clue
Oh
what to
fuck!
do.
That's right. There is one, isn't there? Oh shit!
Yeah.
I should.
I have no
do
fucking
that.
clue what to do. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
I don't know. I forgot. I saw. I noticed the other day that there was one. There's a new elusive target. Man, the last one a couple weeks ago. You had to kill the target, and then but you weren't allowed to harm like his sister or his wife or whoever it was. Hopefully not both. Am I right? And I didn't know who his sister was though, and so I walked into one room and I saw a lady, so I punched her in the face, and then it failed the mission. And you can't redo it. So I was like, fucking goddamn it. So annoying. Especially because like the last elusive target, February, whenever it was, I'd done it fucking flawlessly. I got Silent Assassin on it. I was really proud of myself to fuck this one up. I was so
reset
sad.
it, so I didn't fuck it up. I can redo it still, and there's
Yeah.
like 8 days left on it. But I was just like, how?
Yeah.
Because the guy wouldn't show up. They didn't give you any intel as to where he was.
Yeah.
I
Well,
just kinda
that's the thing that makes elusive targets difficult. It's like you have to figure it all out on your own. You don't get any sort of hints. Which I mean, I
Yeah.
guess I really like actually.
Yeah, I do too, but I just like I should have paid it a little bit more attention to what they're
Yeah.
talking about when I started, and I didn't.
Yeah, yeah. Actually,
kinda
there was a few
cost
times
me.
where I had to take a picture on my phone of who the target was, just so I could have some reference, because I couldn't, I couldn't find him because I didn't know what he looked like. So.
Well, you can hit F1 and it'll show you the target.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Well, my phone way works too. Yeah. What map was it? Oh, yeah. It was on Paris. And it's, the thing is, the guy kept walking through like the big party area where all like the people are having drinks and whatnot, and so everyone just kind of looks the same in that room.
Yeah.
But he was distinct and like in just like the slightest little bit way. Like he looked exactly like one other NPC, except this guy's shirt was purple instead of like black or whatever.
Yeah.
So just like the slightest little difference. Yeah. What's the one now?
It's some dude of a diamond contractor or something. It's in Marrakesh.
Mm-hmm. I know there's all sorts of like custom like new cool suits you can get too. If you do like 5 contracts, you get something, and then if you do like 5 Silent Assassin, you get something else. And if you do like 10 total and then 15 total or something, I don't remember what they all are, but you get a bunch of different like custom suits and stuff, which is pretty cool.
It'd be nice if you could like start with like guard outfits and shit while not having to start from certain locations.
Yeah, it would be if you could fuck with it a little bit more, but
There we go.
I think it seems like the point is to make them as hard as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's one a couple months ago, the one before the one I did, where there was these 2 twins, and the only way you could tell them who you were supposed to kill is one was wearing a gold watch. But it's like they were always together with 2 guards, and so I had no idea how to separate them. So I basically just went up and shot him and walked and ran away.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like you have to do that sometimes, just because
Yeah.
it seems like that's the only option.
Yeah, because I only saw one other video because I didn't really look that hard, and the way that person did it was they they walked up and then they started throwing coins nearby, and they did this kind of this breadcrumb trail type thing, and then they killed him in the church with a bell for some reason.
Oh, yeah. It's apparently, yeah, you can do that with the bell. I don't
Yeah.
like. I'm
but
not
like
sure
this
it
was definitely not like an intended way to do it though.
No,
But at least with this one, it seemed like a real big pain in the ass to get him from like near like the pier or whatever, or way over to the church just by using coins. But he did it, And then like none of the guards seemed to really care either. Like one of their not targets. They're one of their guys, one of their boys just walked away, and they're like, yeah, well. Nah.
Actually, what's really funny too that I've noticed, if you dress up in biolab security, above ground, no one knows who you are. Like,
That doesn't make any sense.
You're just good.
They're like, yeah, I mean, he's probably supposed to be here.
Well, I guess you can go to most places except for one. I just try to go somewhere it wouldn't let me. But I mean, I'm inside like the main mansion, so it is kind of what it is. But yeah, like I think the only one that would recognize you would be one of the 2 targets. I don't even remember which one it was. Oh yeah, I'm still not sure. Like, what's the point of giving her the DNA sample?
I don't know. I don't remember if I've ever done that. Maybe she starts doing something else then. Maybe, I don't know.
I gave it to her and she didn't do anything.
She doesn't like go down to the lab or anything?
No.
Oh. Yeah, I have no idea then. I wonder if there's some way you can like get her alone with it or something.
I don't know. I mean, I've done it a couple of times.
Or maybe there's like a way to like put a bomb on it. Explosive DNA. That's probably it. Yeah.
It was funny. I did the when I did the birthday cake thing, the first one for or not Marrakesh, but the hotel one, and I was like, okay, let's tie a bomb, an explosive to it, so he'll blow up when it when he lights it. And I'm like, no, wait, no, that's not what you do. No,
Cut it with a knife.
no, I just poisoned it instead.
Blow him up. Kill him with a bomb. Eat the bomb. Blow up the bomb. I'm always nervous when you have to like leave a trap or something.
That's just. Oh, I was inside the mansion and I had a shotgun on my back, and I'm in uniform, so it's okay. As I walked by one of the staff, and it's like, "Oh, and you're supposed to keep me safe?" And I looked at him and pointed my shotgun at him, and he freaked the fuck out.
Talking back to me, boy.
I should have shot him.
Well, no.
I restarted. I mean, I had to because it's like witnessed a crime. Anyways, what you saying?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what I was saying. Probably wasn't important.
I just was fucking. You're supposed to protect me. Oh shit.
No. Oh.
Laura Caruso by using the chairlift. Jesus Christ.
Chairlift?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like making him flip his shit, thinking his mom's like a ghost or something.
There's a chairlift involved with that?
Yeah, in the mansion.
I've never done that one.
Have you never did what the fuck? What did I do? I don't even know what I did. I just walked through a room and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, I didn't think this room was off limits.
Nothing.
You can't prove anything.
I once saw a video where a guy stood in the kitchen, and it was like a time lapse, but all he did was stand in the kitchen, and then eventually he got shot.
For what reason?
There was no reason. He just stood still in the kitchen, and then one of the other like junior chefs or whatever walked up to him. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Stop that! I'm getting a guard." And then a few minutes later, a guard came in. He's like, "Hey, stop what you're doing! Hey, you're going down, buddy." And then he shot him. And all he was doing was standing. It was like he didn't. I don't believe he bumped into anybody. I don't think he obviously he didn't attack anybody. He was just standing still. The guard, and that was. It's like GTA. It's like you don't really do anything, but you're gonna die for it.
Yeah, they're like way too aggressive. All the guards. Like, I mean, I get the caliber of who they're like fucking trying to protect and stuff, but Jesus Christ, like chill the fuck out.
Well, yeah, when it's like something like just standing or accidentally walking into the wrong room. I mean,
yeah,
come on.
I mean, there's a couple of them where it's like if you walk into the room and they don't want to quote unquote consider you a threat, they'll let you leave.
Yeah, I mean, there's other times where they're like, hey, get back, and then you get back and they're like, "Hey, I'm talking to you." You're like, "What?" And they're like, "Hey," and then again they just start shooting you. It's like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I can't talk, I can't like, "Well, yes, sir, let's have a chat about this."
I don't know, just punch you in the face or shoot you in the face, one of the two.
Well, yeah, basically the dialogue is a warning saying, "Hey, I'm about to shoot you. Shoot me first." But that's
yeah,
but it's
seriously.
like if you're trying not to, get on people's nerves or whatever, then it doesn't. It's not a good plan.
I just end up running away.
But like all the time, then if you run away, they'll still get mad at you.
Yeah, but they'll calm down. I usually run away and hide, and I might be compromised, but it doesn't fuck everything up.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
just have to
I'd
switch
say
to
a lot of
disguise.
like if I'm trying not to be compromised, if I'm like trying to do it suit only or something,
Yeah.
that kind of fucks things.
All right, I'm waiting for Caruso to flip his shit because he's up in he's about to come into his mother's bedroom. Like I like turned the music on,
Ooh.
and then I turned the wheelchair lift on, and then I rang her bell, her service bell, and so like he's about to go flip out of her chair. He's in there. He's like, "Is anyone in here?"
Mother.
Mother.
I feel like I think if that's how they should end Archer as well. Archer has a
Target escaping. He didn't even do anything.
Well, you better catch him.
I was just gonna like, what I did was I hid in a wastebasket because I thought that he would like go a little bit further in the room. He didn't, so I had to have to restart and hide in the bathroom this time.
Well, I wonder if there's a way you're supposed to be able to like set a trap or something. Like, are you supposed to like make the chair electrocute him or something?
No, because he didn't get in the chair. It's like basically you lure him into her room. And that's supposed to get him alone.
Oh, okay.
And I guess I'm just going to chuck a coin at her chair and wait for him to go over there because he still has guards outside the door.
Well, if they're outside the door, you'll be fine as long as you don't like.
But like he stands like right by. I mean, the door closes, but he like stands right by the door. So I can't like go up to him and fucking do anything because they'll flip their shit because they'll hear it.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird how sometimes they won't hear a bullet, but then sometimes they will. It's
well, I
not.
mean, even
It's
if
not
I
totally
punch him in the face. I mean, even if I like throw something at him, punch him in the face, something. I mean,
Yeah.
I very rarely shoot anybody.
But yeah, there seems to be some consistency, sort of, but only sort of. You kind of, it's kind of situation based. So like, all right, I know because they're by the door, I can't for whatever reason throw the door. Not through the door. Throw like a can. But if the target is like 2 feet away from the door, then for whatever reason I can't. But if he's 1.5 feet, I can. It's bizarre. It's a bizarre game, but I love it. I think it's great. I'm pretty sure it was one of my like game of the year nominees when we did the podcast awards a few months ago. Because it was the way we do things around here. We nominated whatever we liked, not necessarily anything that came out last year.
Yeah.
Because like I'm pretty sure what we ended up voting on was The Witcher 3, which is it came out in like 2015. Which, thinking about that, saying that out loud now, that's kind of fucking nuts.
It's still so good.
It's still so goddamn good, and I still cannot believe how bad I fucked up my last save or my last playthrough. Let me see if I can remember everything I did wrong.
I hit like everything perfect the first time.
The first time I did everything great as well. Well, I think most things. What did I fuck? Oh yeah, the big thing I fucked up my first time around was Ranovid, which is a huge thing. I created the apocalypse by complete accident. I had every intention of killing Ranovid. Which 3 spoilers, by the way. Every intention of killing Ranovid, but for whatever reason, just never got around to it by no choice of my own, or maybe it was. I don't know. And then, but like the big thing that, yeah, sure, a genocide is bad, but the one thing that got me bummed out was that I fucked up the romance between Triss, or with either Triss or Yennefer, because I tried to get both, and then I got so excited because I thought we were gonna have a threesome, and then they tied me up and they left, and I was like, God damn it! And they're like, you can't have us both, motherfucker. Like, why? You guys could be sister wives. We can move to Utah or whatever. But then it got significantly worse the second playthrough, because I think basically the romance is the only thing I've got going right, because I'm focusing more on Yennefer, or no, Triss. Either that doesn't matter. But then so I accidentally killed Kira because I thought we were gonna continue the conversation.
Yeah,
and then
I had to restart because like I had that same thing happen. Like her conversation is just like, oh. Well, no. Well, fuck you. Yeah. And it's like, whoa.
Hold on, we can talk about this. No, instead she pulls up a big fucking ball of magic and starts wailing on you for some reason. I don't know. For whatever reason, I didn't restart. I probably should have, but yeah. Then I
think you said that like your last save was way too back or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. It might not even have been that back, but it was farther back than I wanted.
Yeah.
Either way, I didn't. By the time I really regretted it, it was far, far too late. It'd been like 2 or 3, maybe even 4 hours since then.
Well, yeah, because
tons of shit have happened.
Lambert dies because of it, and so both of them die because of that one decision.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten to that point in that playthrough, but it's like, when you mentioned that, and I was like, fuck, I can't. It's like just knowing the shit that's gonna go wrong in the future makes me not even want to continue from where I'm at now. Ugh. It is a great game though, so it's probably worth it to restart and do a third. But then this issue then, because I started Skyrim a couple weeks ago, well, more like a month ago now, and played through a good chunk of it, but haven't even started not haven't started, but really haven't progressed much in the main story. Like I haven't even gotten to see the Greybeards yet, but I've put a shitload of time into that as well. And I don't, at this point, I don't really want to go back and finish it. But at the same time,
Skyrim it's hard to stay interested in it.
I mean, maybe if I just went through and, because I've leveled up quite a bit, so if I wanted to go, I could definitely go kill Alduin or whatever right now.
Yeah.
Even though I don't really have anything in the way of shouts, really. It would be nice if I had the one where you could land, force the dragons to land.
Dragon Rend. Yeah, but you learned that in the campaign. So.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, that explains a lot. Because I'm because I found quite a few, but I could not find that one.
You didn't realize that?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, well, because remember that's the whole point, that you get the scroll and you go back in time and you learn it from the people.
Oh, is that what that one? Okay.
Yeah, right. Because you can't learn it from the dragons because they don't remember it because they say it's a shout of hate.
That's hate speech. Hate shout.
I mean,
Right, okay.
when you think about it, it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess maybe I should play more of the story then. Alright, let's wrap this up. I guess I sort of explained at the beginning why this is like this, but yeah, I'm not gonna say see you next week because we could be next month. Who knows?
We go together like Rama Lama Lama, the ding 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 dong. Remember forever, and she bop, she wada wada.